It's a beautiful day for softball deep in the heart of Arkansas from Hot Springs World-Class High School in beautiful Hot Springs, Arkansas. National Park Nighthawks softball is on the air. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for this edition of National Park Nighthawk Athletics on XZero Sports, the next generation of Arkansas sports. I'm Mark Oliver. Today's broadcast brought to you by Arvest Bank, Allen Tillery Auto Group, and First Security Bank in Hot Springs. Today, the National Park Nighthawks softball makes its historic home debut here at Hot Springs World-Class High School, facing the Apaches of Tyler Junior College, making the way from Tyler, Texas, over to Hot Springs. National Park College comes into today's action 0-2 on the season after dropping a couple of games earlier in the week at Eastern Oklahoma State College and Wilburton, Oklahoma. Both of those decisions a 9-1 loss for the Nighthawks softball team. But back at home, looking to get the offense sparked and looking to get a big win over a big-time opponent in the Apaches of Tyler Junior College and NJCAA Division I Region 14 member, 1-1 on the season. They're coached by Eric Henderson. In the past couple of years, Tyler has amassed a 113-23 record in 2 trips to the NJCAA Division I National Tournament. Dr. John Hogan with the first pitch for today's game, a historic game for Nighthawks softball here in Hot Springs. National Park College coached by Coach Jessie Taylor, the former UCA superstar, bringing her talents and bringing her coaching expertise down to Hot Springs to help grow Hot Springs' newest college softball program, and we're very excited to see what Coach Jessie Taylor brings to National Park College. We'll take a quick break. We're back after this with starting lineups in the first pitch of today's game. This is National Park Nighthawks softball on XZeroSports.com. Back here at Hot Springs World-Class High School, I'm Mark Oliver. Today's broadcast brought to you by Arvest Bank in Hot Springs. Nighthawks softball returns home. The very first home game of the season for Nighthawks as they take on the Apaches of Tyler Junior College. On the mound for NPC today, the former Gurdon Go Devil, Quasia Dickens. She steps into the circle, and she'll face off the top 3 for Tyler Junior College for today's game. And leading off will be the left fielder, number 3, Jasmine Dodd. Dodd bats from the left-handed side. Here's the first pitch of today's game, and it is called for strike 1. Due up for the Apaches in the top of the first inning is Jasmine Dodd, Brecklin Dennis, and Tonhala Smith. 0-1 on its way. That one's high. Back to the screen, evening the count at 1-1. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us for this historic edition of National Park Nighthawks softball here in Hot Springs. It's a chilly day, chilly Friday afternoon here in the Spa City. Great weather for a softball matchup between two teams. That one swung through. And it looks like she didn't go around all the way. I believe the count is going to be 2-1. 2-1 on Jasmine Dodd. And they will appeal down the first baseline, and they will say that it is strike 2. Count is 1-2 on Dodd. Dickens waiting for the sign from her catcher, Roland. That one connected down through the middle. Out in the shallow center field, it'll be a leadoff single for Jasmine Dodd and the Apaches of Tyler. So the lead batter is on, and that brings up the third baseman, Brecklin Dennis. Dennis wears number 2 for Tyler. Runner on first is Dodd. Working over at first base for the Nighthawks today, Sarah Todd. Here's the first pitch from Dickens. Showing bunt. Now the runner's going to go. Dodd is going to reach second safely. So now a runner in scoring position with no outs in the top of the first inning. 1-0 the count on Brecklin Dennis. Dickens gets her sign, fires, and that one's a little bit high. Ball 2. Dickens gets her sign, stands at the ready. 2-0 the count on Dennis. She fires, and that one's going to catch the corner for strike 1. Corners playing in a little bit. Sarah Todd over at first for NPC. Kaylee Joseph over on the hot corner. Here's the 2-1. That one's going to be inside high for ball 3 on Brecklin Dennis. The 3-1 is going to be off the mark for ball 4. The first walk issued by Quasia Dickens today. First 2 base runners will be on for Tyler Junior College. Tanala Smith steps in, the center fielder. She wears number 7 for the Apaches. Quick meeting on the mound to calm down Quasia Dickens. Smith steps in, batting from the right-handed side, facing off against Dickens. Runners on first and second, no outs, showing bunt. They're going to steal, double steal in play. And there's a pickle. Joseph, and now they're going to work to try to get the lead batter out here as they try to fight. And they will tag out Jasmine Dodd for the first out. Standing safely at second will be Brecklin Dennis on the double steal. So now 1 away here in the top of the first inning. And good news for the Nighthawks as they get the lead runner. Smith steps back in, ready to face off against Quasia Dickens. Here's the pitch. That one's on the inside, and it's going to get away from Roland. And scooting over to third base safely is Brecklin Dennis. Dennis threatens to be the first run across the plate today for Tyler here in the top of the first inning. 1 away. Tanala Smith continues to battle against Quasia Dickens. Here's the pitch. That went straight down the middle for a called strike. Dickens looking to get the second out of the inning here. Next pitch is on its way. That one is cracked high, deep out to center field, and that one is over the wall. A 2-run home run for Tyler Junior College's Tanala Smith, and that's going to open up the lead for the Apaches 2-0. A big home run there as Smith goes yard. And a meeting at the mound to try to get Dickens situated and get National Park out of the top of the first inning here in Hot Springs. Stepping in, the fourth batter of the first inning is the shortstop, Malia Olvera for Tyler. Leading 2-0, bases are cleared after the 2-run home run by Smith. With one away, here's the pitch from Dickens. That one is going to be low for ball one. Middle infield playing in. Next pitch on its way off the mark for ball two. Two-0 is down in the dirt, ball three. The first three Apache base runners have reached today. It was a leadoff single by Dodd, a walk to Brecklin Dennis, a home run by Tanala Smith. Olvera with a 3-0 is going to take a called strike one. Three-one on its way. It's off the mark. It's ball four. Be the second walk issued by Dickens today. That puts another Apache on the base paths. Stepping in next will be the first baseman, Bailey Krolchek. Bailey wears number 20 for Tyler Junior College. Batting from the right-hand side against Dickens. One away here in the top of the first inning. First pitch is high. Roland's able to reel it in for ball one. Runner on first is Olvera. Next pitch by Dickens. Off the mark for ball two. Next pitch, low, and it's ball three. Three-0 on its way, called strike one on the corner. Dickens and the Nighthawks looking to get out of the first inning without any further damage here, trying to battle back in the count. The 3-1, that one is cracked into center field, picked up by Cecil, and she'll bring it in. It's a single for Krolchek, and that leaves two Apaches on the base paths. With one away, that'll bring up the designated player, Madison Hale. Hale's batting .500 this season, has a couple of runs scored, a stolen base, also caught stealing once. As she steps in, facing off against Dickens. Runner on second is Olvera. Krolchek on first. The first pitch is outside. Ball one. Dickens takes her time. Next pitch is on its way, and that one sails right on in for a called strike. The Apaches just willing to let Dickens work here. Could be some opportunities for the pitcher to come back into the count. 1-1. That one cracked down the third baseline and foul. So for the second time today, Quasia Dickens has a batter down in the count. It's 1-2 on Madison Hale. Two nothing. Tyler here in the top of the first. One away. Here's the pitch. That one cracked down the first baseline and foul. Dickens makes her way back into the circle. Count is 1-2 on Hale. Now we'll have time called at the plate. That's Jesse Rowland behind the plate for National Park College. formerly of Lake Hamilton, as that 1-2 is dragged through the legs of Braylon Bates. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Picked up at right field. We'll have 2 runs score as Madison Hale will reach third on an error by the second baseman. Two more runs come in for Tyler. It's a 4-0 ball game here in the first with 1 away. Stepping in now will be Hannah Frank, the right fielder. Number 12 for Tyler. Swings at the first pitch she sees for strike 1. Next one, a called strike. Count is 0-2 on Frank. Dickens gets the sign. Here's the 0-2, and that one is swung foul. And we'll reset. Dickens' next delivery is high for ball 1. Runner on third is Madison Hale. Dickens, the 1-2, that one grounded foul. Hannah Frank bats 7th in the Apache lineup, going to battle against Quasia Dickens here. Tyler out to a hot start so far, where each of the first 6 batters have reached base. Next pitch on its way. Frank swings through, strike 3. A big out for Quasia Dickens and the Nighthawks softball program. 2 away here in the top of the first inning. And that'll bring up number 10, Sloan Johnson. Plays second base for Tyler. With 2 away, Dickens looking to work and get out of this inning. That one's called strike on the corner. Count is 0-1 on Sloan Johnson. Dickens winds, delivers. And that one's just going to be a little low off the mark, ball 1. Count even 1-1. On deck is Destiny Dixon, the catcher. The 1-1 is going to be inside for ball 2. Here's the 2-1 from Dickens. It's off the mark. That's going to be ball 3. Runner on third is Hale for the Apaches. 2 away, and a 3-1 count on Sloan Johnson. Here's the pitch. That one cracked out to short, and the throw over to first is in time. The side is retired. 4 runs scored on 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left on. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. The Apaches of Tyler Junior College leading 4-0. This is National Park Nighthawks softball on XZerosports.com. Bottom of the first inning here at Hot Springs World Class High School. I'm Mark Oliver. Today's broadcast brought to you by Allen Tillery Auto Group in Hot Springs. Due up for the Nighthawks, trailing 4-0, will be Megan Bean, formerly of Carlisle High School. The shortstop steps in, takes the first pitch she sees in the dirt for ball one. Today's pitcher for the Apaches of Tyler Junior College is Dakota Stodden. Stodden wears number 17. The 1-0 delivery from Stodden. That one is fouled. And it's going to even the count on Megan Bean, 1-1. Stodden takes her time. The 1-1 delivery to Megan Bean. It's going to be taken for strike two. Stodden ahead in the count, 1-2. Here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the 1-2. Bean swings through, strike three. Bean will go down swinging for the first out of the first inning. And that'll bring up former Mount Ida Lion Braylon Bates. Bates plays second base for National Park College. Looking to get the offense started here in the first. First pitch she sees is going to be off the mark for ball one. Bates stands at the ready. The 1-0 swung through outside for strike one. Count even at 1 apiece. The 1-1, Bates connects, and that's going to get down for a base hit all the way to the wall. Bates is going to head for second base, and she's going to have a stand-up double, a big hit for Braylon Bates of National Park College. And now with an opportunity to get on the board, here's Emily Cecil, the former Lady Cat from Conway. Center fielder for National Park College, steps in. Bates on second, one away here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch from Stodden. It's going to be just off the mark for ball one. One to know the count on Cecil. Pitch is on its way. Take it for strike one. Runner on second is Bates. Cecil in the batter's box with a 1-1 count. One away. Here's the pitch, a bunt, and it's fouled, bringing the count to 1-2. Trying to sacrifice Bates over to third. Now Cecil's going to have to swing away with a 1-2 count. The 1-2 from Stodden. Well off the mark, evening the count at 2-2. The 2-2 is fouled. Bounced off of Cecil's helmet. She'll reset. Battling against Stodden here in the bottom of the first inning. Historic day for softball here on a chilly Friday afternoon. Cecil is going to watch that one in for a full count. On deck for the Nighthawks, the catcher Jessie Rowland. She hit a home run in that series back in Wilburton, Oklahoma earlier this week. Nighthawks would love to get a big hit here. A full count swing over to short. The throw over to first is in time. It will advance the runner. Braylon Bates over to third as Emily Cecil will come to bat. Jessie Rowland steps in for the Nighthawks. Like you said, had that home run. It was actually the first Nighthawks softball run scored in program history. A hometown girl getting her Nighthawks on the board, looking to do it again here. First pitch she sees will be taken for ball one. Two away here in the bottom of the first inning. A strikeout, a double, and a ground out to shortstop has been the story so far for the Nighthawks. The 1-0 is going to hit Rowland, and that's going to put runners on the corners with two away. Next up for National Park College is the third baseman, Kaylee Joseph. Joseph comes to National Park College from Lafayette County. Joseph, with a .400 batting average coming into today's game, swings through the first pitch she sees for strike one. In the Oklahoma series, went 2 for 5 with an RBI. She'd like to get a couple of RBIs right here. 0-1 on its way. Joseph's going to take it low, ball one. Runner on third is Bates. Rowland is on first. 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. The 1-1. Off the mark. Ball 2 to Kaylee Joseph. Nighthawks threatening here with 2 away. Here's the 2-1 delivery from Stodden. Called strike 2. The 2-2. Joseph swings through it for strike 3, and down go the Nighthawks in the third inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on. We go to the second inning with the Apaches of Tyler Junior College leading 4-0. This is National Park Nighthawks softball on XZerosports.com. Top of the second inning here from Hot Springs World Class High School. I'm Mark Oliver. Today's broadcast brought to you by First Security Bank in Hot Springs. Leading 4-0, Destiny Dixon will start things off for the Apaches here in the second. Facing off against Quasia Dickens. First pitch taken for ball 1. Second pitch from Dickens is ball 2. 2-0 the count on Dixon. After the first 6 Apaches reached base in the first inning, Dickens slowed things down with a strikeout and a ground out to shortstop to get out of the jam. 4 runs came across in that frame. The Nighthawks threatened in the bottom of the first inning as Dickens gets a strike 1. It'll be 2-1 on Destiny Dixon. Nighthawks showed some signs of life offensively, looking to get back to it after a quick inning here. That one popped up high. Braylon Bates sails right under it at second, and that's the first out of the second inning. 1 away as we return to the top of the lineup, Jasmine Dodd. Dodd singled to start the game and then was thrown out in the double steal from Tyler. With 1 away, Dickens awaits the sign from Rowland. And we've got time called at the plate. First pitch on its way. Taken a little bit high for ball 1. Over at first base, Sarah Todd stepping in, playing a little bit inside, as well as Kaylee Joseph over at third. Here's the 1-0, that one high. Ball 2. Two on its way. Taken for strike 1. Just painting the corner is Quasia Dickens for National Park College. Two one's just a little bit high. Brings the count to 3-1. Here's the 3-1 from Dickens, and it's going to be low, ball 4. Be the third walk issued by Dickens this afternoon. The Apaches will have a base runner as Brecklin Dennis steps in. Dennis walked and scored back in the first inning, and with one away, she'll bat from the left-hand side. Showing bunt here with one away. She'll pull back just in time for a strike 1 call. Dennis's pitch is off the mark. Rowland stutters a little bit, doesn't get the throw off to second in time. Dodd will have second on a stolen base. So Dodd in scoring position over at second as Brecklin Dennis continues to battle at the plate. That one offside the mark. That one's in the dirt. It'll be 3-1 on Dennis as Dodd will advance to third. Three and 1 the count on Dennis. Right into the zone to load the count at 3-2. Full count on Brecklin Dennis. Here's the pitch from Dickens. Swung through. Strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Quasia Dickens. And with 2 away, that'll bring up Tanhala Smith. Smith hit a 2-run home run back in the first, got the scoring started. And Dickens would love nothing more than to get a little payback here. With 2 away and a runner on third, Smith steps in, takes the first pitch she sees low for ball 1. Next pitch from Dickens. A little bit in the dirt there. Ball 2. Called strike on Tanhala Smith, bringing the count to 2-1. Runner on third base is Jasmine Dodd. And she'll connect out to left field, and sailing under it are the National Park Nighthawks to retire the side. And Quasia Dickens gets out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the second inning with the Apaches of Tyler Junior College leading 4-0. This is National Park Nighthawks softball on XZeroSports.com. bottom of the second inning here at Hot Springs World Class High School. I'm Mark Oliver. Today's game brought to you by Arvest Bank in Hot Springs. Due up for the Nighthawks will be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, starting with Samantha Sheffelton, the designated player. Sam wears number 66, makes her way to Nighthawk Nation from Kansas as she faces off against Apache pitcher Dakota Stodden. Sheffelton from Junction City, Kansas, a former Blue Jay. Now she's got a lot of friends and family watching from back home as she will bunt that one foul, trying to get on base quickly here for National Park College. Here's the pitch from Stodden. That one is off the mark for a called ball. Next pitch on its way from Stodden. That one connected, a little short hop over to first base, and Sheffelton is retired for the first out of the inning. One away here in the bottom of the second inning. Here comes Sarah Todd. Todd's playing over at first base today. Also does a little bit of pitching for National Park College. Todd, a former Mayflower Lady Eagle. First pitch she sees will be taken for strike one. Stodden's delivery, that one taken inside. A little bit of a check swing there. It'll even the count at 1-1. Nighthawks trail 4-0, looking to get some offense going here in the second inning. Stodden delivers, and that one is off the mark for ball two. Two-one delivery by Stodden. That one cracked into right field. That'll get down. Todd's got to make it over to first base quickly. She is out, not in time. I don't think she realized that she was going to make that connection. It was going to get down. Todd is thrown out, 9-3. So two away for the Nighthawks here in the second, and that brings up former Fountain Lake Lady Cobra Cherokee Fields. The right fielder for the Nighthawks steps in. First pitch she sees is strike one. Fields comes into today's action batting .500 on the season. She swings through the second pitch she sees to go down in the count 0-2. Fields swung right on through, and down go the Nighthawks. 1-2-3 here in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on. We go to the third inning with the Apaches from Tyler, Texas, leading 4-0. This is National Park Nighthawks softball on XZeroSports.com. Top of the third inning here in Hot Springs. I'm Mark Oliver. Today's game brought to you by Allen Tillery Auto Group in Hot Springs. Quasia Dickens back on the mound for the Nighthawks. As the first pitch she throws gets away from her. She says, "My bad, Jesse," and gets ready to step back in. Stepping in for the Apaches, it'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters here in the third inning, starting with Malia Olvera. Olvera walked and scored back in the first, facing a 1-0 count now here in the third. Second pitch just catching the corner for strike one. Dickens likes to toe the line of the strike zone, always looking to hit that corner there. A 1-1, and that one is swung through for strike two. A little bit high in the zone, got Olvera chasing. After a tough first inning for the Nighthawks, they came back and slowed things down in the second, as Olvera is going to crank that foul down the third base line. In the second inning, no hits allowed by Quasia Dickens, only one base runner on a walk. But the defense stepping up and keeping the Apaches off the board and keeping the lead at just 4. Olvera facing a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Dickens. That one is hit high out to center field, where Emily Cecil will swing under it for the first out of the third inning. One away here in the third. Bailey Krolchik's going to check in. Krolchik singled and scored back in the first inning for the Apaches. First baseman steps in against Quasia Dickens with one away. And the pitch is high off the mark for ball one. Down in the dirt, count will move to 2-0 against Krolchik. Count is 2-0. That one is cranked foul down the left field line for the first strike at the count to be 2-1. Two and 1 count on Bailey Krolchik as Dickens will step back in, one away here in the top of the third. That one hit over to Kaylee Joseph at third. The throw to first. Todd makes the play, and there's 2 away here in the third inning. Madison Hale reached on an error back in the first. Was not able to come around and score. She was left on base. She calls timeout before Dickens can deliver the first pitch. First 2 batters have been retired for Quasia Dickens. Here's the first pitch. That one's going to be away, ball 1. Trying to catch Madison Hale chasing. Nothing going there. Middle infield playing back here with a 1-0 count. Dickens delivers. That one's high for 2-0. Dickens and the Nighthawks looking to make work of a 1-2-3 inning here in the third. That one's taken for strike one. Two and 1 the count. Dickens fires, just missing the zone, bringing the count to 3-1. The 3-1 from Dickens. Called strike 3, or excuse me, that's strike 2, putting the count full here in the third inning. Full count on Madison Hale. Dickens looking for a strike 3 call right here, and she'll get ball 4. So Hale will make it down the base past the first base with a walk, the first Apache base runner here in the third, as Hannah Frank will step in with 2 out and 1 on. 4 walks issued by Dickens today. As Frank bats in from the right-hand side, she's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Swinging through the first pitch she sees, Roland will not attempt a throw down to second, so Hale will reach second base on a stolen base. And the Apaches have a run in scoring position. Frank awaits the 0-1 from Quasia Dickens. That one is fouled. And it'll be 0-2, the count on Frank. Dickens gets the sign from Jesse Rowland. Here's the 0-2, swung through, strike 3. Down goes Frank for the second time today with a strikeout. And down go the Apaches. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on here in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of the third inning where the Nighthawks come to bat trailing 4-0. This is National Park Nighthawks softball on XZeroSports.com. Back here at Hot Springs World Class High School, I'm Mark Oliver. Today's broadcast brought to you by Allen Tillery Auto Group. Hannah Harvey will step in for the first time today for National Park College, the left fielder, number 2. Facing off against Dakota Stodden. First pitch she sees will be taken low for ball 1. A 4-0 ball game after a big top of the first for the Apaches. But since then, the Nighthawks have slowed things down, gained some confidence defensively, and after a threatening first inning, the Nighthawks slowly getting acquainted with the offense here as they look to cut into this deficit. Here's the pitch from Stodden. Harvey is going to foul it back to the screen. You've seen the Nighthawks attempt quite a few bunts already in today's action, and that's because it's a pretty speedy bunch here. Coach Jesse Taylor values the importance of base running very highly and likes to have some very speedy athletes on her roster. Swung through for strike 3. Hannah Harvey's going to go down swinging for the first out of the third inning. 4th strikeout today for Dakota Stodden. As we return to the top of the lineup, it'll be Megan Bean, the shortstop, stepping in for NPC. First pitch she sees is called for strike 1. Bean is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. That one connected over to short, and it goes right between her legs. Bean is going to beat out the play over at first. And she'll be the first Nighthawk to reach base here in the third inning on an error. And here comes Braylon Bates. Bates has the lone hit for National Park College in today's contest so far, a double back in the first. She'll connect on the first pitch she sees. Here's the throw over to first to retire Bates. It does advance Bean over to second base in scoring position. So Bates goes down 5-3, and that's going to bring up Emily Cecil, the center fielder. Cecil is 0 for 1 today. Runner on second is Bean with 2 away here in the third. First pitch she sees It'll be fair down the third baseline. The throw over to first is in time, and down go the Nighthawks. The Apaches make quick work at National Park College. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. We go to the 4th inning with the Apaches of Tyler Junior College leading 4-0. This is National Park Nighthawks softball on XZeroSports.com. Top of the 4th inning here from Hot Springs World Class High School. I'm Mark Oliver. Today's broadcast brought to you by First Security Bank in Hot Springs. Back on the mound, the former Gurdon Go Devil Quasia Dickens for National Park College. And stepping in for the Apaches will be Sloan Johnson here in the 4th. First pitch to Johnson, a check swing. And no call, ball 1. Dickens delivers the 1-0. That one hit over to short. The throw from Bean is in time over to Todd for the first out of the inning. Megan Bean's gotten a couple of outs over at shortstop today for National Park College. And that'll bring up Destiny Dixon. Dixon is 0 for 1 today. She popped out to Braylon Bates back in the 2nd. Dickens fires. And it's just off the mark for ball 1. 1-0 the count on Destiny Dixon. Here's the pitch, and that one is cranked high, deep to left field, and that one is going to sail over Hannah Harvey's head, and that will be a solo home run for Destiny Dixon. The 5th Apache run of the day, the 2nd home run of the day, as the Apaches welcome Dixon home after a round tripper. That extends the Apache lead 5-0, and also brings up the top of the order with Jasmine Dodd. Dodd, the left fielder, steps in. Singling in the 1st, walked in the 2nd, had a stolen base as well. Looking to add to her team's lead here in the 4th. Dodd's going to switch bats real quick and get back in action, batting from the left-hand side. Dickens, a deep breath, and steps in against Dodd. Here's the first pitch. That one is off the mark, ball 1. Dickens gets the sign from Jesse Rowland. That one is hit out to left center field as well, and it will get down. That is also a home run. Back-to-back jacks for the Apaches. Here in the 4th inning, Jasmine Dodd will touch them all as she makes her way home. Another run on the board for Tyler Junior College. That one just bouncing off the top of the fence and over for the score. Still just 1 away here in the 4th inning. Coach Jesse Taylor out on the mound, meeting with her team. Lead is 6-0. Here in the 4th inning at Hot Springs World Class High School. Taylor trying to calm down Dickens out there. And it looks like she's going to stay in. Coach Jessie Taylor's got a lot of confidence in her pitcher, Quasia Dickens. Trying to calm her down after allowing back-to-back home runs here in the fourth. And with one away, stepping in will be third baseman Brecklin Dennis. Dennis walked and scored in the first, struck out in the second. Dennis bats from the left-hand side. First pitch she sees is just a little high for ball one. One and 0 the count on Dennis. Here's the pitch. That's down in the dirt for ball two. Dickens looking to settle back into the groove that she established through the second and third innings. 2-0 the count on Brecklin Dennis. Here's the pitch, and that's off the mark for a 3-0 count. The 3-0, high for ball four. So Dennis will walk on 4 straight pitches, heading over to first base, and that brings up Tanala Smith. Smith is 1 for 2 today, had a 2-run home run back in the first inning. One of 3 Apache Jacks today. With a runner on first and a 1 away, here's Smith. Swings through the first pitch she sees. The throw to second, not in time, as Dennis will steal second base. Smith steps back in, an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch from Dickens. That one connected foul down the third base line. Runner on second is Brecklin Dennis. 1 away here in the fourth inning. Tyler leading 6-0 after a couple of home runs here in the frame. Next pitch connected down to short, picked up by Bean. The throw to first is in time. 2 away. That advances the runner Dennis over to third.
Shortstop number 1, Malia Olvera.
Malia Olvera steps in. She walked and scored in the first, popped out to Emily Cecil out in center back in the third. With 2 away, first pitch she sees is high. Dickens looking to see if she can get a batter chasing here in the fourth. One 0 on its way. Olvera is going to foul it. Count even at 1-1 on Malia Olvera. Here's the pitch. That one connected deep, and that one is going to go all the way to the wall. 1 run comes in, and the throw in will result in a stand-up RBI double for Malia Olvera of Tyler Junior College. So with 2 away, the Apaches find a way to put another one on the board as Brecklin Dennis came in. And it's 7-0 here in the fourth. Coming up next, Bailey Krolchek. Krolchek's going to take the first pitch she sees for strike 1. Krolchek singled and scored in the first. Grounded out to third in the third. She's 1 for 2 today as she steps in here in the fourth. The 0-1 on its way. That one is cranked high out into the outfield. Cecil sails under it at center, and the side is retired. 3 runs come across on a couple of home runs. 3 hits total. 1 left on, no errors. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Tyler leading 7-0 over the Nighthawks. This is National Park Nighthawks softball on XZeroSports.com. Bottom of the fourth inning here from Hot Springs World Class High School. I'm Mark Oliver, joined by the athletic director for National Park College, Coach Jason Hudnall. Coach, welcome, and welcome to a historic day for National Park softball.
It's a fun day. The sun came out a little bit. I wish we'd get a little warmer weather, but got some people in the bleachers, and some sunflower seeds are being chewed, and popcorn's popping, so it's a lot of fun.
Got a lot of very die-hard fans out here today, because for baseball and softball fans, it doesn't matter what the weather is. As long as there's someone out there pitching and someone out there with the bat, they're ready to come out here and see history here for National Park College. And, of course, we've seen the historic debut for the Nighthawk baseball team, but the Nighthawk softball team beginning their season officially earlier this week on the road in Oklahoma, and the first real home action for this team, which features some local girls as well as some girls from across the state and out of state.
That's right. Really proud of Coach Taylor and the job that she's done in recruiting young women, student athletes coming into our program. Like you said, not only from Garland County, but from all parts of the state. And that's what's exciting about the athletics and some of the programs that we're bringing to our campus, is that many of these young women weren't really aware of what National Park had to offer. National Park College was not necessarily on their radar as far as a college of choice, but because of athletics, they've chosen to make Hot Springs home. So we're excited to welcome them and bring them into the Nighthawk family.
And, of course, Coach Jessie Taylor bringing an impressive resume from her time as an athlete and with a little bit of coaching experience from the University of Central Arkansas. It's a really exciting opportunity for local players to stay close to home, or for other people just to get a second chance at their playing career after high school.
That's right. Coach Taylor, can't say enough really good things about the job she's done this fall and then coming into the spring. Like you said, was a Division I player there at UCA, was a catcher and designated hitter for them, and then stayed on and got a graduate degree and stayed on as a graduate assistant. So she got some coaching experience on the D1 level, which she's bringing a lot of that to our team and to our young women, and really look forward to this season. And then she's already signed a really good 2020 class, Mark, that she's excited about. So the future looks really bright for Nighthawk softball.
Had a chance to talk to Coach Taylor yesterday, and I said, "Are you nervous for that first game?" And she's like, "I'm not going to sleep. I'm going to be at the field all night, wanting to make sure that everything was in place for the home debut for this team." And she's a coach that lays everything on the line, very dedicated to her work, very dedicated to the success of this program. If you ever had a chance to come out and watch this team practice and prepare for games, they're the real deal out there, and they want to make sure that even in year one, even just getting started and taking the shrink wrap off, they're hitting the ground running and looking to build a successful program here in Hot Springs. And with the kind of talent that we've grabbed from all over the country, they're well on their way to doing so.
Well, we've come in with all of our athletic programs, and we kind of have an expect-to-win culture and attitude. And Mark, where that starts is it starts not just on the field and the courts, but it starts in the classroom. It starts on the practice courts, on the practice fields. All of those different pieces of the puzzle develop winners. And one of the things I'm most proud, just to tell a quick story about Coach Taylor. So I walk into her office the other day, and I notice on her whiteboard in her office, she's got algebraic equations written all over the board. And it's because she had spent the majority of the morning that morning tutoring some of her student athletes in college algebra. And so a lot of times we think of softball coaches and college coaches in general only doing one specific skill set, but Coach Taylor brings so much more and really teaching and coaching and mentoring these young women in all aspects of their college life.
2 away here in the bottom of the 4th as Sam Sheffelton steps in. Sheffelton 0 for 1 today, grounded out to third base back in the 2nd. 2 away here for the Nighthawks as they look to get on the board for the first time today. Next pitch on its way, and Sheffelton's going to crank that one foul down the third base line. In between innings, we also featured a pitching change for Tyler Junior College as Grayson Long is on the mound for the Apaches. Next pitch on its way, that one's taken high by Sheffelton.
Mark, Sam up to bat right here is another one of those young women that had played softball and then had taken some time away from the game. But when this opportunity became available here at National Park, was able to come back to school and get back to the game she really enjoyed playing. So just kind of a win-win opportunity for her.
And a great story, and of course, Coach Jessie Taylor is also looking to add more players to her roster. So if you're a National Park student and you're watching this and you think, hey, maybe softball's for me, contact Coach Taylor and get involved and see what you can do to help bring success to this National Park softball program. Down goes Sheffelton and down go the Nighthawks here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll go to the top of the 5th inning with the Tyler Apaches leading 7-0. This is National Park Nighthawks softball on XZeroSports.com. Top of the 5th inning here from Hot Springs World Class High School. I'm Mark Oliver. Today's broadcast brought to you by Arvest Bank in Hot Springs, joined by the president of National Park College, Dr. John Hogan. Dr. Hogan, first of all, congratulations. 2 ceremonial first pitches in the span of like a week's time. I don't know if any other college president has had that honor in Arkansas or beyond. And also, I might add, 2 great pitches as well. Were you nervous?
No, Mark. I think I'm going to be looking to ice down, though, to get ready for the next round.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. And, of course, baseball and softball are officially here at National Park College. What an opportunity for athletes in the Garland County area in central Arkansas and even beyond the state of Arkansas to continue playing the sports they love with a great option here in Hot Springs.
Well, I hope you're right. The idea is to provide students with opportunities, and certainly athletics widens our circle, and that's what we're hoping to accomplish.
A couple of changes here as we add to the 5th inning with Tyler leading 7-0. That's Sarah Todd on the mound for National Park College. Moving to catcher will be Emily Cecil, and Jesse Rowland is over at first base for NPC. Todd delivers, and that one is cracked down fair down the right field line. Sheffelton is going to throw in, and that one's going to get down all the way to third base for a triple. And the first batter is on for Tyler Junior College here in the 5th inning. A pinch hitter is due up for the Apaches here in the 5th. It'll be Kendall Hernandez who will bat in. First at bat of the day for Hernandez here. Of course, Dr. Hogan, I know that you're a very avid fan of athletics, Nighthawk athletics specifically, but I know that you're a fan of baseball and softball as well. You know, what does it mean to you, you know, as a sports fan, to be able to kind of, you know, be a part of the decision-making process to make this happen here for the school you call home?
Well, it's interesting because I have been around athletics my whole life and played baseball and basketball. But I think my perspective is more from the students' vantage point and what it means to them. And I find that to be a pretty interesting place, you know, being used to athletics and enthusiastic about athletics. But I think I have a better appreciation for what that means for an academic community as a result of this. From my standpoint, we stay out of the way of the people that are making the decisions and getting the teams on the field. And so I get to appreciate it for what it means for the college and for the students.
Certainly a lot of hard work and dedication goes into getting everybody prepared. And Coach Jesse Taylor's done a really good job to help get this team off the ground and in action here. And got to say, the jerseys look nice. Of course, special thanks to Hot Springs World Class High School for use of the facilities. And it's certainly a group effort to get this going. And it's finally here after years of planning and taking some gambles and some excitement. And very excited for a bright future with Nighthawks softball.
Well, thank you, Mark. And I want to especially emphasize that we could not do this without partners like Hot Springs World Class High School. And that gives you some idea.
Alondria Kim is going to go yard. It's the 4th Apache home run today. It's a 2-run shot, and that will extend the lead 9-0 over the Nighthawks.
That was a line drive that got out right now. But without partnerships and relationships and that excitement throughout the community about what we're trying to do at NPC and the ownership in the community, we don't get opportunities like this. So we're very grateful for all of that support. It has to come from outside the college.
The 2-run home run will extend the lead 9-0 here in the 5th inning. Destiny Dixon will step in for the Apaches. Dixon is 1 for 2 today. She had a solo home run back in the 4th inning. Todd gets the sign from Cecil. First pitch is on its way down low for ball 1. (1-0) on its way from Todd. That one's in the low for ball 2. Third pitch taken for a strike. You know, Dr. Hogan, we've talked about getting the baseball and the softball programs off and running, but the men's and women's basketball programs and even cross country, you know, in full swing this season. Men and women's basketball, you know, growing in its 3rd year. What do you have to say about how that program has evolved since day one a few years ago?
She made a nice play at shortstop on that line drive. Well, the basketball teams are doing an amazing job of competing, and I think that's generated a lot of excitement on campus and in addition to the community. It's been a copycat kind of a thing. We've got some other schools who are now understanding the value of it, and we it happened the way we thought it would happen, maybe not quite as fast as we thought it would happen. But I'm hoping that we have some postseason opportunities this year. I certainly think we have the athletes, both the men and the women, to make it a little further and make a little noise in the postseason. I think that'll bring a lot of attention to them and the college.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. With 2 away here in the top of the 5th, that one is hit high and leaning out of play.
Yeah,
Couldn't make it in foul territory. 2 away here in the 5th inning. The Apaches have a triple and a 2-run home run, leading 9-0. Jasmine Dodd is 2 for 3 today with a single, a home run. She walked back in the 2nd. She's reached base all 3 times today, even has a stolen base today.
She hit the home run to the opposite field, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
Time up.
Yes, she did. And Coach Jesse Taylor is going to go out and have a chat with Sarah Todd. We'll look to calm her down here with 2 away in the 5th inning. And Todd will stay in.
Jesse's doing a fantastic job with these young ladies. Not just the on the field, but the life lessons and the encouragement and the opportunities they're getting. She's been there. She's really been a godsend for this program and for NPC.
Yeah, what a huge signing for National Park College, bringing a lot of experience to the table. Just the kind of person you want to kind of grow a program from the ground up.
Mm-hmm.
So Todd will look to slow things down and try to get out of the inning here with 2 away in the 5th. Next pitch is on its way, and that is going to be ball 4. And that'll walk Dodd down to first base. Brecklin Dennis will step in here in the 5th inning with 2 away and 1 on. Dennis has walked twice, scored twice, has a stolen base and a strikeout. Waiting the first pitch from Sarah Todd. That one fouled down the first base line. That'll bring Dodd all the way back to first. Dennis will reset with an 0-1 count. Dennis connects over to second. Braylon Bates, the throw to first, and the side is retired. Down go the Apaches here in the 5th inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on. Dr. Hogan, thank you so much for joining me today.
Appreciate it, Mark.
And congratulations on a historic opening for your National Park your softball program.
Well, we'll pass that along to the students.
Come join us in the booth anytime.
I'll do that. Thank
That's
you.
Dr. John Hogan, the president of National Park College. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning with the Nighthawks trailing at 9-0. This is National Park Nighthawks softball on XZeroSports.com. Bottom of the 5th inning here from Hot Springs World Class High School. I'm Mark Oliver. Special thank you to some of our guests today, Athletic Director Jason Hudnall and NPC President Dr. John Hogan. National Park College due up in the bottom of the 5th inning. Starting things off will be Sarah Todd. Be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for National Park College. Looking to get some runs on the board. to continue this game past the 5th inning. Pitching will be Grayson Long once again. First pitch that Sarah Todd sees, she'll swing through for strike 1. Owen 1 the count on Todd. She's 0 for 1 today. Second pitch is off the mark, evening the count at 1-1. Third pitch of the at-bat is swung through for strike 2 for Sarah Todd, down in the count 1-2. Todd calls time. He's going to tie her shoelace. On deck for the Nighthawks, Cherokee Fields. In the hole is Hannah Harvey. One and two the count on Sarah Todd. Here's the pitch. Check swing, swinging through. And they'll appeal down the first base. No swing. So a fortunate call for Sarah Todd as the count evens up at 2 apiece. Long gets the sign from her catcher. Here's the 2-2. That one connected out to left field. It's going to get over the head of the left fielder and down for a base hit. Sarah Todd will hang out at first base, and it's a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 5th inning for NPC. Just the second hit of the day for the Nighthawks. The 4th total base runner as Cherokee Fields comes to bat. Fields is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout back in the 2nd inning. The runner on first is Todd. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nighthawks need at least 2 runs across the board to keep this game alive. A swinging strike 1 is the first pitch to Cherokee Fields. Fields will check the signs on her wristband. Steps in, awaiting the 0-1 pitch. Here it comes, a bunt fouled. She'll reset with an 0-2 count. Fields going to be forced to swing away here with no outs in the 5th inning. Next pitch from Long, taken for a strike 3 looking, and down goes Fields. First out of the 5th inning as Fields goes down looking. That brings up Hannah Harvey. Harvey is 0 for 1 with a strikeout today as well. She struck out back in the 3rd inning. Runner on first is Sarah Todd. Harvey bats from the right-hand side. Joining Nighthawk Nation from El Capitan High School from Lakeside, California. Here comes Harvey and the Nighthawks. Facing off against Grayson Long. First pitch is popped foul out of play. Owen 1 the count on Hannah Harvey. The 0-1, that one bunted down in front of the pitcher. The throw to first, a bounce throw, not in time. Harvey dives in and is safe over at first. I don't know if she can believe it. A great effort by Hannah Harvey. Everybody's safe. Sarah Todd at second. Hannah Harvey at first. And here comes Megan Bean. Bean reached back in the 3rd on an error. First pitch she sees, she's going to look it in for ball 1. 2 Nighthawks on here in the 5th inning. Bean looking to start the magic here. Only one away. That pitch is in the dirt. Controlled by the catcher, Destiny Dixon. Dixon heading out to the mound to talk to Grayson Long. Stepping back in will be Bean. Next pitch on its way. That one swung through for a strike. Two one on its way. Bean's going to pop it up high, and it's going to sail into foul territory. The catch is made. So Bean goes down in foul territory for the second out of the inning. And National Park College is down to its last hope here in the fifth inning. Braylon Bates, former Lion of Mount Ida, 1 of 2 today. First pitch to Bates is a strike looking. Count is 0-1. Runner on first is Harvey. Runner on second is Todd. Bates at the plate. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Popped foul. The Nighthawks down to their final strike. The 0-2. Called strike 3. And down go the Nighthawks here in the fifth inning. That'll be it here from Tyler, from Hot Springs World Class High School, Tyler Junior College, getting the 9-0 victory in today's contest. We'll take a quick break. We're back after this to wrap things up from Hot Springs. This is National Park Nighthawks softball on XZerosports.com. score here in Hot Springs. The National Park Nighthawks softball team falls in its home opener, 9-0 to the Apaches of Tyler Junior College. Tyler moves to 2-1 with the win. NPC falls to 0-3 on the season on a historic day here at Hot Springs World Class High School. Nighthawks softball is officially in business, and leading the way for National Park College today, Braylon Bates was 1 for 3 with a double. Sarah Todd finishes 1 for 2 with a single. Losing pitcher in today's game, Quasia Dickens. The winning pitcher, Dakota Stodden of Tyler Junior College. Tyler plated 4 runs in the first inning, 3 in the fourth, and 2 in the fifth, hitting 4 total home runs to take the win in the series opener. That'll do it here for this edition of National Park Nighthawks softball. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into the broadcast. Today's broadcast brought to you by Arvest Bank, Allen Tillery Auto Group, and First Security Bank here in Hot Springs. I'm Mark Oliver. Special thank you to my lovely wife, the beautiful Mrs. Hannah Oliver, tuning into today's broadcast, as well as my 3 wonderful children, Michael, Benjamin, and River Oliver, celebrating the historic home opening of National Park Nighthawk softball. That'll do it for this edition of Nighthawks softball on XZero Sports. XZero Sports is the official broadcast partner of National Park College. Follow our journey online, xzerosports.com, and like us on Facebook, facebook.com/XZeroSports. My name is Mark Oliver. Thank you for watching. This one's for the Nighthawks. We'll see you next time.